everyone is joining in. Today I have another round of Ticket to Read. So Ticket to Read is my TBR game that I play every single month. I draw usually 1 to 3 ticket cards that has different reading prompts, and I draw 4 train cards that has different colors that represents different genres, and I fill the board up with trains to make a track, and when I get the most one, I get to reward myself and others. But if you want to see the whole process of my TBR game, I'll link the playlist up above so you guys can see the whole thing. But let's talk about how I did last month. So these were the books that were picked from last month, plus Love, Labour's Lost by William Shakespeare. So I did book swapping with Mistress of All Evil because I read this in January. I swapped it out with Norway Volume 2, which is a fantasy, so that counts as a complete. And I'm currently reading One True Loves by Elise Bryant. I am halfway through it, so I'm hoping to get this done either today or next few days. I'm filming this on February 19th, so I have about a week and a half left of a month. So, and then there's these two last plus Love's Labour's Lost. I am going to be rolling, since there's 3 books left, I'm going to be rolling over 2 books, because every 2 books that I don't read, I roll over 1 book. That's a rule of mine, and I do read my rollovers, but I'm not counting it towards as my completion, because I don't mention which books that I roll over, because it depends on my mood. But yeah, I'm going to be rolling 2 out of the 3 books that I have left in my February TBR. And my TBR pick for House Witch by Katie Sicko. I did not read this, so I'll be rolling this over into March. If you guys don't know about my TBR pick rules, if I roll it over 3 times, and if I don't complete within those 3 times, not only I put it back on my TBR shelves, but I also have to draw 2 from my TBR bucket, and I would have to read those books during that next month. But this is going to be my first rollover for this book. So for the month of March, I'm going to be participating in Spring-into-Reading-a-thon, and the one book that I do need to fit onto my TBR is the group book for Season-a-thon, which is Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood, and this was on my last Season-a-thon TBR, which was the Mary Bookmas readathon, and I did start this, but I DNF'd it. But I'm just glad that this was the group book, because I did enjoy how far I got. I just wasn't in the mood for it, but hopefully this March will get me back into reading it and hopefully enjoying it. So that's pretty much it. That's the one book that I need to try to fit into my TBR, but yeah, let's get to the first draw. So this was the only ticket card from last month. And these were the train cards selected for last month. So I only read 2 books for February, but I've read some rollover books that I'm not going to count for this one, just because it'll be easier for me that I have something to accomplish from my TBR. So I'm going to put 2 trains here. So yeah, so the first ticket card that I got here is, TBR Veteran. So the first ticket card that I got here is TBR Veteran, which means it's a book that has been on my TBR for a long time. I thought about picking one of the books that's been on my TBR for a very long time, but I decided not to pressure myself and pick a book that I never mentioned that's been in my TBR since before I started my channel, which is The Rescue by Nicholas Sparks. I have read a lot of Nicholas Sparks books, but I haven't purchased any of them, because my goal is to read all the books that I already own before I get more of his books, because he is one of my favorite authors. And all I know about this book is about a fireman, and that's all I know about it. I haven't read this book yet, obviously, but I've read other Nicholas Sparks books. But yeah, I do hope to read this, because not only it's been on my TBR for a long time, but I've been wanting to read it, and I just want to complete my goal in life since I got these books back in high school. So yeah, I'm just wanted to pick this up, and TBR Veteran is a perfect prompt, because that's one of the prompts for Spring-into-Reading-a-thon, and yeah, I'm just really excited to pick this up either way. And the last ticket card that here is Most Anticipated. And the last ticket card that I got here is most anticipated, and I forgot to mention I was only gonna pick 6 books this month just because I just want to work my way up with my TBR. But I don't have any of my 2023 most anticipated books right now because I'm currently on a buying ban. But the book that I've been most anticipating since I heard it was going to come out last year in 2022 is Before I Do by Sophie Cousins. This is her latest book. I've read 2 of her previous books, Time Next Year and Just Haven't Met You Yet. That's the 2 books that I've read from her, and this is about a woman who is about to get married, but then she decides that she needs to go back to the man that she met previously as a, like, what if she ends up with this guy and all that. And I just got hooked with this, not only because it's a wedding book and I got married in 2022, but I'm just really excited to pick this up because I've read Sophie Cousins' previous books and enjoy them, and I hope I enjoy this one as much as her other books. And the first trading card that I got here is, Black for Classic. And the first trading card I got here is Black, which means a classic, and I was hoping to not get a classic because I've been so behind on my classic readings, but I am just going to pick a book that I'm currently reading, and I don't mind reading slow with taking my time with classics just because I'm no longer in college and I can take my time with them. And I do have a classic in mind, but it's in my bedroom right now, which is King Arthur and his Knights by Howard Powell, or Pyle, I should say, and I'm just gonna pick that one to make it easy on myself. And this is another prompt for Spring-into-Reading-a-thon, is to read a classic or a retelling, so it's perfect for that, and I'm just really excited to read it because I've been wanting to read King Arthur for a long time, and I love the story of it, and reading it is kind of excites me a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna read that as my classic pick. And the next trading card that I got here is Orange for Historical Fiction. And the next trading card that I got here is Orange, which means historical fiction. There were 2 historical fictions that I had in mind that I wanted to read. But I picked the one that was on my previous TBR, and plus I want to complete this series, which is Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the last book in Stock and Jack the Ripper series, and I just love this series so much, and I do want to complete it, so that's why I pick it. If you haven't read the first book, Stock and Jack the Ripper, it's about a girl who was studying dead bodies. I don't know exactly the term for it, but then there was a murder going on, and she's trying to solve the mystery, and I just really love this series. I love Audrey Rose and I love Thomas, and I'm just sad that this story is coming to an end, but I'm just really excited to pick this book up, and I've been wanting to finish off this series for a while, and I got this for Christmas for my parents, so I thank them for that, and I'm just really want to finish off a book series that out of all the book series I've been in the middle of. And the next trading card that I got here is Red for Adult. And the next trading card that I got here is Red, which is adult, which is perfect, and I can fit Love on the Brain by Ellie Hazelwood. This is I don't think I've mentioned that this is a companion novel to The Love Hypothesis, which I really enjoyed, and I read it last year, and I'm really excited to pick this up. And like I said, this is a group book for Spring-into-Reading-a-thon, and I'm just glad that I was able to fit this on my TBR. And the last trading card that I got here is Green for Middle Grade. And the last trading card is Green, which is middle grade, and which is perfect because there's one middle grade book that I've been wanting to pick up for a while because I've read this from this author before, which is the Miss Wig School of Musicraft by Jessica Corey. She's the author of The Forbidden Wish, just the Len retelling book that I've read a few years ago, and I loved it, and I was surprised that she came out with 2 different middle grade series, so I decided to pick this one because it sounds really cute, and plus I really love the cover. And this is basically about a school where people use magic through music, which that's all I know about it, and I'm just really excited to pick it up, and it's really grabbed my interest, and plus I really love the cover, and I'm just really excited to pick this up, especially from an author that I've read before. So these are books for my March TBR, plus King Arthur and his Knights, and now I'm excited about my TBR, and now I'm going to be talking about the books that I'll be reading for Spring-into-Reading-a-thon. So I have the prompts right here, which is the bingo board, and obviously the first prompt is Spring Clean, read a book that's been collecting dust, and I pick The Rescue by Nicholas Sparks for that. And then Stormy Weather, pick a book that intimidates me. None of these intimidate me, but I'm gonna pick Capturing the Devil as my books that intimidate me because I've had so many sequels on my TBR and they kind of started to intimidate me a bit, so I'll be picking a book for that. And then the next prompt is self-care, take a day for yourself, which is really good because I've been doing a lot of self-care lately, so that's definitely perfect for that, and I kind of need a self-care day. And next one is Over the Rainbow, read a classic or retelling or fairy tale retelling, and I picked King Arthur and his knights for that. And then the next one is to Flower Power, pick a book that has flowers on the cover. This one I will definitely add on my TBR, and it's going to be one of my rollover books, even though I don't mention my rollover books, but I'm going to pick this one because it does have flowers on the cover, which is It All Comes to You by Fairness Rishi, and you can see these are flowers right here on the cover, so I'm going to be counting for that. So after adding all the books that I'm reading for my March TBR and Spring-into-Reading-a-thon, this is all the books that I'll be reading for that, and King Arthur and his Knights. It's not too bad, but I do, and plus my rollover book from my TBR jar pick, so it's not looking too bad, but I do hope to get as much reading done, but yeah, I'm still excited about my TBR for March anyway. So that's all for this round's ticket to read. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you're planning on reading in March. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon so we know when I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!